Hello everyone, another day to live, another day to love, and another day to love. For today's video, we're going to talk about writing quadratic equation in standard form. We all know that the standard form of the quadratic equation can be written in a form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So let's have an example. Write each quadratic equation in standard form and determine the a, b, and c. For number 1, we have 5x squared plus 3x is equal to 7. Remember to transpose the constant in the left side of the equation, or we can use the addition property of equality, or what we call the APE. Just like what I told you even when you were in grade 7, there's no term as transposition in mathematics. However, we are using this and we are dealing with this because this is such a shortcut method in solving equations. So again, you can use the transposition method or the addition property of equality. So we have now 5x squared plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. The equation is already in standard form. In this case, we can actually determine the value of a, b, and c. For the value of a, that is equal to 5. For the value of b, that is equal to 3. And for the value of c, we have negative 7. So for our final answer, the standard form of the equation is 5x squared plus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0, and a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to negative 7. For number 2, we have 3x squared plus 7x is equal to 8. For our solution, again, you can use the APE or the transposition method. So I choose the transposition method. So we have 3x squared plus 7x. Now I transpose 8, so it became negative 8 is equal to 0. Once again, the equation is already in standard form. So the value of a is simply equal to 3, the value of b is equal to 7, and the value of c is equal to negative 8. For number 3, we have 4x squared is equal to negative 10x. We know that some cases have incomplete terms, but it's still a quadratic equation as long as the highest exponent is 2. So for our solution, I transpose negative 10x in the left side of the equation. So it became 4x squared plus 10x is equal to 0. Now we can say that the value of a is simply equal to 4, the value of b is equal to 10. Since this is incomplete, the value of c now is simply equal to 0. Again, let's work this out. Write each equation in standard form and determine a, b, and c. Aside from that, there are real-life applications involving quadratic equation. Actually, quadratic equations are used in everyday life, as when calculating areas, determining a product's profit, or formulating the speed of an object. Here are some of the real-life applications of quadratic equation as is stated in www.sciencing.com. Number 1, we have the calculating room areas. It says here that people frequently need to calculate the area of rooms, boxes, or plots of land. An example might involve building a rectangular box where one side must be twice the length of the other side. For example, if you have only 4 square feet of wood to use for the bottom of the box, with this information, you can create an equation for the area of the box using the ratio of the two sides. This means the area, which is the length times the width, in terms of x would equal x times 2x, or simply 2x squared. This equation must be less than or equal to 4 to successfully make a box using these constraints. For number 2, we have figuring a profit. Sometimes, calculating a business profit requires using a quadratic function. If you want to sell something, even something as simple as lemonade, you need to decide how many items to produce so that you'll make a profit. Number 3, we have quadratics in athletics. In athletic events that involve throwing objects like the shoot put, balls, or javelin, quadratic equations become highly useful. For example, you throw a ball into the air and ask your friend to catch it. You can use the velocity equation to be able to determine the precise time it will take the ball to arrive. You can do this by calculating the height of the ball based on a parabolic or quadratic equation. For number 4, finding a speed. Wow! Quadratic equations are also useful in calculating speeds. Avid kayakers, for example, use quadratic equations to estimate their speed when going up and down a river. So, thank you for listening for this lesson. Hope you learned from me for this video. So, thank you.